Hi, this is John. We're going to talk today about looking at your tabs and working with tab groups. And what I want to start off with is kind of looking across the top. A lot of us probably have a lot of tabs open throughout the day. It kind of gets lost about which one we want to use and where we're going to do it. And we know that we can grab a tab and we can move it around, but there is a better way that we can organize and kind of help ourselves. So we talked a little bit previously about making bookmarked folders and taking advantage of that. You can have a bookmarked folder for each class. You can have a bookmarked folder for the day. That makes it easy because then you can go and you can open them and pop them all open at the same time. Now, the other cool thing about it is we can make tab groups, and I want to talk about those. The relatively new feature within Google. If I right-click on one of my tabs, I can add that tab to a new group. Now, what that does is I can name the group, I can give it a color, and then I can minimize that group. Okay, the other cool thing about it is I can grab other tabs and make them part of that group. So now I have a tab group, I called it day. That's something that maybe I would have everything open every day. That's the stuff that I would have open. And I would be able to minimize that and work on something else and then pop it open and come back to it when I need to. Nice way to hide things, kind of keep it out of our way, kind of help us keep organized. Now, I could do that all the way through, but I want to show you another way to do this. I can still have the same amount of tabs going. Let me get this out of the way. But there's an easier way to do things. Now, instead of creating tabs, and remember, tab groups are temporary. They're only open in that window while I'm there. That's one of the reasons why we want to take advantage of the bookmark system. If I right-click on my bookmark folder, notice that I can go down here where it says Open All Three in a new tab group. So at the beginning of the day, it already names it based on my bookmark folder. I can give it my color. I can kind of front load everything I need. So I'm going to go ahead and open each of these. Oh, I don't have anything in ELA. Science, I've got one. So we'll give it a color. Depending on what school you're at, how your classes are named, I kind of just grabbed some sites and named my bookmark folders kind of based on what it might be for each. And we're just going to kind of crank all of them open here. So you can see that I've got everything organized by my bookmark folders, and I have everything organized by tab groups now. Now I can go through, and as they're loading, I can minimize them and only have to focus on the ones I'm working on. Now, one of the things I do have to remember as well is if I close my new tab or whatever tab that's not grouped, it's going to pop open that next group. So it's going to kind of expand it. So if I'm working on day, that's cool. I can go into my math and then I can close day, minimize it. The other cool thing is if I want to drag this group, the blue day group, out into its own window, I can grab a hold of the group. I can pull the whole group out. I can put the whole group back in. It's kind of like the hokey pokey. I can move it over here, pop it in the middle of the other groups, or I can slide it all the way back over. Okay. If I add something, another website, let's go ahead and pop open another calendar. If I want to add it to a group, say I want to put it in my second hour class, I can slide it and bump into the group, and it'll be part of that group. Okay, I want to take it out of the group, put it in a different one, open that group, and then bump into it. Now it's part of that group. If I want it totally out of the group, I can pull it all the way to the end until the line disappears and bump it out. Okay, so you have a lot of really cool things that you can do with tab groups. That'll help you organize. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, have fun working with tabs and get yourself all organized.